Hi Mukta. Hi Kamlesh. Can you guys hear me? If you can hear me, please send a yes. Okay, that's great. Okay, we'll just wait for a few more minutes. Hi Kartikeya. We'll just wait for 1 or 2 more minutes and then we'll start with the live. Okay, so let us start. Today's live is about the key to unlocking the law of attraction. So before I really start, I want to ask all of you, how much do you know about the law of attraction or the law of manifestation? What do you know about it? If I talk about the law of attraction or the law of manifestation, what do you know about this? What is law of attraction or what is law of manifestation? I would like to understand first from you and then I will start. Anyone? Hi Supriya. Hi Sonia. Okay, so everything is energy. What you put out into the universe is always coming back to you in some or the other form. What you focus on, you become. And you are so much more than your physical body. You are energy and you are vibration. Have you realized it as yet? I am Richa Agarwal. I am your life coach, clinical hypnotherapist and counselor. And today I am going to be talking to you about the key to unlocking the law of attraction for you. Hi Manjinder. To start with, I would like to say that this law of attraction, which has become a very, very famous thing in today's world, you know, all the books, self-help, a lot of self-help books and a lot of YouTube videos, they all talk about this law of attraction and how you can use it to create something that you desire. I want to tell you that this law of attraction is actually a universal law and it helps you to create anything or everything that you desire in your life. Using the law of attraction or the law of manifestation, you can, hi Sonia, you can create the dreams that you've always had in life. Okay, but the problem is that in spite of reading books about it, in spite of knowing everything about it, very few people are actually able to use this law of attraction in their favor. So what is it because of which, you know, you are not able to attract something in your life? That is a critical thing and that is what I am going to discuss with you today. So I will tell you a story to be able to explain this to you, properly. The story, there are two stories and I'll be telling these to you parallelly. So one story is about a girl called Nisha and another story is about a girl called Neha. So Nisha and Neha, both of them, they took birth, hi Ruchika, both of them took birth in a normal middle class family. Now Nisha, while she was growing up, she also had her share of setbacks in life, but overall her life was pretty okay. So she had setbacks, she had a lot of life experiences, but still her life was more or less okay. She was happy, she was not very sad because of something that had happened with her. She was just taking all the experiences as they were coming in. And while she grew up, she thought that whatever she wanted in life, more or less she always got it. Now on the other hand, Pooja, who also took birth in a middle class family, now while growing up she used to live with her grandparents and she really loved her grandmother. Now hi Rita, while she was growing up, her grandmother was the person who really took care of her because her parents were working. And then after she was about 15 or 16 years old, her grandmother passed away. Now when her grandmother passed away, she developed this fear in her mind that whoever she loves, that person is going to leave her, or whatever she wants, she is going to lose it. Okay, she may get it or she may not get it, but if she has it, she is going to lose it. So she grew up with this fear in her mind all the time. Now when both of them grew up and they were about 26, 27, they started working, then eventually they got married, and then there were certain situations in their life because of which they wanted to change their life or mold their life in a way that they wanted. Now they came across a lot of books like The Secret and other books which talk about the law of attraction or the law of manifestation. And then Nisha went ahead and used all those steps, and as soon as she used all those steps, she was able to create the life that she wanted. So she was having some relationship issues with her husband, and when she used the law of attraction for her, it really worked in her favor and things settled down and she started leading a very happy life with her husband. On the other hand, this girl Neha, she also took help from the same book. She followed all the steps which were given in that book, but she was not able to make the law of attraction work for her in her favor, and she continued being in misery as far as her relationship was concerned, and this became a norm. So whatever Nisha wanted, she used to use that trick of the law of attraction. It used to work in her favor, and she used to change her life the way she always wanted, be it healing herself, be it healing her relationships, be it materializing anything else like a car or a house, whatever. But on the other hand, Neha was not able to do that in spite of following all the steps. Why was that? I want to ask you guys, why do you think it happened? Anyone wants to share why they think it happened like that? Hi Sunandini, hi Rachi. Why do you think law of attraction worked for Nisha and it did not work for Pooja? They were both of the same age, they both read the same books, they both followed the same steps to law of attraction. Then why it worked for Nisha and why it did not work for Pooja? I mean Neha. I'm waiting for responses. Okay, so Rita is saying she would, but negative thought there. Yeah. Yes, Manjinder, thank you. She was doing it superficially. Okay. Anyone else? Anyone else? Yeah. So yes, she was doing it superficially, Manjinder. You're very right there. And she had this fear in her subconscious mind that whoever she loves or whatever she wants, she is never going to get it, and whoever she loves, she is going to lose that person. So these fears were deep down in her subconscious mind. Now consciously, they are both trying to achieve something, they are both trying to make changes to their life using the law of attraction, but at a subconscious level, in Neha's mind, there is this fear that whatever she wants, she's not going to get it. Now this is a clear conflict between the subconscious mind and the conscious mind. So conscious mind चाहता है कि मुझे ये मिल जाए, मुझे वो मिल जाए, but subconscious mind में doubt है, fear है कि ये मुझे नहीं मिलेगा, मैं जो भी चाहूंगी वो मुझे कभी नहीं मिलेगा. Now whenever there is a conflict between conscious mind and the subconscious mind, it is the subconscious mind that always wins. Okay, it is the same case as that of a person who is addicted to something. So the person wants that he should, so the person is addicted, for example, to smoking. He's a chain smoker. Now consciously the person wants to quit this habit of smoking. Consciously this person knows that smoking is really bad for his health, but at a subconscious level he has somewhere that memory stored where he had smoked for the very first time in life, and it gave him a lot of satisfaction, or he was able to release his stress when he smoked for the first time. Or even when, you know, suppose he smoked in when he was in college just for a status symbol, that also gave him a kind of pleasure that, you know, this is my status symbol, I'm able to smoke and I'm just showing off. So that is also a sense of happiness or achievement. So consciously this person knows that smoking is injurious to his health, but at a subconscious level the memory that is stored is that smoking gives you pleasure, smoking gives you stress relief. So now again there is a conflict between conscious and subconscious, and it's always the subconscious mind that wins. So maybe he is able to quit smoking for a few days, but ultimately that habit is going to come back. He's not going to be able to leave that habit unless he works on himself at a subconscious level. So same was the case with Neha. She wanted something desperately, she wanted to fix her relationship, but she was not able to do that because of the fear and doubt that she had in her mind. So that is, you know, that is the most important thing whenever you are planning to use the law of attraction work for you. You know, you must be absolutely clear that you do not have any fears, any doubts, you know, in your mind, or any events or memories or any kind of other clutter or emotional baggage with you, because unless you are going to clear that emotional baggage, you will not be able to manifest whatever you desire. No matter how much you try to use the law of attraction for you, it is not going to work. Okay, so all of us, as we grow up, we go through a lot of situations, we go through a lot of setbacks. Now for some people are sensitive, some people are not so sensitive. So people who are not so sensitive, उनके मन में फिर भी वो नहीं रह जाता है, but for people who are sensitive, they keep gathering all the feelings, all the hurt, all the anger, you know, all the resentment related to all these things that have happened with them in their mind. And where all of this gets stored, all of this gets stored in their subconscious mind. So the key to unlocking the law of attraction is that you get rid of these emotional blockages and these fears and doubts, because they are going to be the one which are going to block your way to manifesting anything good in your life. Okay, so that is the most important key. Yes, Tanu, how to let go. Okay, so how to let go is that there are a couple of ways you can let them go. The first is if you try meditating on it. First of all, you need to find out what is it that is blocking your way. Okay, most of us, we don't even know that there is a lot of hurt stored inside me. Suppose I have had a fight with somebody a few months ago or a few years ago, I may think now that, oh, I have forgotten about it, I have forgiven that person, and maybe that person has forgiven me, and now I've got nothing to do with it. That is my feeling. But does that happen really? No, it does not. Why? Because again, at a conscious level, I feel that I have let go of that thing that happened with me. I have forgotten that person, I have forgiven that person. But at a subconscious level, this thing does not happen. So you need to take a deep dive. Number one, first of all, find out what is blocking your way. Is there anything, which has happened with me, which I am never able to forget? So you need to first of all find that out. Secondly, you need to resolve it. How you can resolve it? Number one, you can resolve it either through meditation. Meditate upon that incident that happened, and then think of that person with whom that happened, and during meditation send forgiveness or seek forgiveness, whatever it is. The other way using which you can do it is you can take the help of a therapist, probably a hypnotherapist. That person is going to help you. There are various techniques that we use. So you can find out a suitable therapist for you who is near your place, and you have checked the details about that person. You can seek help from that person, and that person is going to help you release all these emotions that are stored deep down in your subconscious mind. It is very, very important. It is the most important step to manifesting anything in your life. Okay, so the first step is, I'm again saying, please get rid of all the clutter, all the blockages, all the emotional baggage that you are carrying of so many years. Some people also, carry emotional baggages from their school time. I have had clients who had issues with their friends in grade 1 or grade 2, and they still have memories of them. Sometimes they don't have memories, but when we regress them back to that age, then suddenly, the memory surfaces. So sometimes what happens is that if a memory is very traumatic, your conscious mind, it blocks that memory from coming to your conscious mind. So there is a blockage that the conscious mind creates, so that you are not able to remember that incident that happened. So these incidents are blocking your way. So these incidents, they surface up during your sessions, and once they surface up, then we heal these incidents there and then. We do the forgiveness, and there are a lot of other things that we do along with it in the session. So these are the ways you can let go of such incidents that have happened with you, and then you can come to a respectable state where you can now work towards creating what your heart desires in your life. And so the steps to that I will now share with you. The first one is, start thinking consciously. Now, what happens is, Gautam Buddha said that your life is the creation of your own thoughts. What we think, we create in our life. So therefore, there is a necessity for us to think what we want rather than thinking what we don't want. And most of us, because we are human beings and we are so full of emotions and feelings, we think more what we don't want. We have this tendency of, thinking negative all the time. We watch so many news channels. I have personally stopped watching news channels because they are so full of negativity. All these news websites and channels, they talk about all the terrorist attacks, कोरोना वायरस, हर चैनल पे बस कोरोना वायरस ही आ रहा है सुबह से शाम तक, कितने लोगों की डेथ हो रही है, कितने लोग बीमार हो रहे हैं. Only this they are showing instead of showing any kind of technical advancements, advancements in the medicine, technology, archaeology, etc., etc. There is so much stuff that they can show. They choose to show all these things. So they send negative impressions to us, negative information, and this negative information gets stored in our mind as negative impressions. जब हमारे माइंड में नेगेटिव impressions होंगे तो जो माइंड से निकलेगा, जो कि हम थॉट बोलते हैं, that is also going to be more negative. Okay, so we tend to think more negative than positive. For example, if somebody is not getting along well with their superior or their boss, when they are going to office or whenever they are starting their day's work, the thought in their mind is, "Arey, ye aadmi phir aaj irritate karega. Arey, he's going to be, he's going to screw up my life." So these are the kind of thoughts that we are emitting, and therefore what is happening? Every thought that we are sending out, that is an energy. What I said in the beginning of the session was that everything is energy, and what we put out to the universe, we always see it coming back to us, and it always comes back to us. So if we are sending out negative thoughts to the universe, we are getting more of it. So we are getting more negative. So first step हो गया कि emotional baggage हमने release कर दिया. But second step ये है कि जब तक हम consciously सोचना नहीं शुरू करेंगे, it is still not going to work. So we need to send out thoughts consciously. Anytime a negative thought is coming to your mind, please cancel and delete that negative thought and replace it with a positive thought. There are various techniques to do this. One of the technique is that as soon as you get a negative thought in your mind, just stop, be silent, close your eyes, count back from 5 to 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a deep breath and release. And while you are releasing your breath, just imagine that you are releasing that negative thought out from your system. Is there any techniques we can use to instantly cancel the negative thought when it comes? Yes, Tanu, that's what I'm saying. As soon as you get a negative thought, take a deep breath and then release. And when you exhale, just visualize that the negative thought has gone out from your body and from your mind. Okay, that is one. The second technique is that as soon as you get a negative thought, you just immediately start thinking about a very good positive memory. Normally हमारी childhood की बहुत अच्छी memories होती हैं हमारे साथ. So the moment you get a negative thought, just replace it with a positive and a very happy memory from your childhood. And when you are remembering that memory, please remember it very vividly. मतलब remember all the details about that. Even the details that what were you wearing, what had happened, who all were there around you, what were they saying, what were you doing. So try and remember that positive memory in full detail. So the moment you will start thinking like that, immediately your negative thought will get cancelled and it will get replaced with this new positive memory. Okay, and your energy pattern changes. तो हम जब थॉट बाहर भेजते हैं अपने दिमाग से, it goes in the form, it has a frequency. Negative thoughts have a higher frequency and positive thoughts they have a lower frequency. So higher frequency वाले जो thoughts होते हैं वो जल्दी manifest होते हैं. So हमें उन thoughts को कम करना है and हमें positive thoughts ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा emit करने हैं, जिससे कि we are able to attract more positive things in our life instead of negative things. So these are the two first initial steps. First is release your emotional baggage. Second is think consciously. Now the third step is, now you are at that level where you are ready to manifest something. After you have done these two things, now you have to decide. You can't manifest everything in one go. मुझे ये भी मिल जाए, वो भी मिल जाए, ऐसे नहीं होता है. Sit down, make a list, then prioritize. Select one thing that you want to create in your life. Only one thing that you want to attract in your life. Decide. Next step is, once you decide, you ask. Ask the universe to make it come true for you. Now there are various ways of asking. You can say कि हम ask कैसे करेंगे? Universe is not a person. You have to imagine the universe as a person only. Imagine that there is a person who is the universe, who is in front of you. That person has come to you and he's asking you, what is it that you want? And you very genuinely ask that person in your mind that this is what I want to create. There are other ways as well through which you can ask. One of the other ways is, so I'll give you an example. You must have heard of Jim Carrey. He's a very, very famous Hollywood star. The way he asked the universe was that he wrote a $10 million check in his name against the acting services that he has provided. So this is a check that he just wrote. It was an artificial check, it was not a real check. He just made a check in his name of $10 million against acting services given, and he just kept it with himself in his wallet. Okay, and the date that he had given for this check was somewhere in 1995, and very close to, so this was around 4 or 5 years before 1995 when he did this activity. And when he was close to 1995, he actually got a check of $10 million against the acting services that he provided. And I think it was for his film Dumb and Dumber. So that is the way you send out a thought in the universe, you know, that I want this. This is how you ask the universe. Once you ask, you have to believe. So you believe that, you know, you have asked something and it is going to come true. Unless you believe, it is never going to happen. So this is a very crucial step. You need to have faith that, you know, I have asked for this and this is going to come true for me. So unless you have the belief, it is not going to happen. And once you believe, after that, you have to visualize. So you have to visualize the person that you want to be. So whatever you have asked for, you have to visualize as if it has already happened for you. Okay, so how you can visualize is every night when you are going to bed, just spend 5 minutes, lie down on the bed, close your eyes, take a few deep breaths, 4 or 5 deep breaths in which you inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. And after that, you can just start visualizing the person that you want to be. So see yourself as that person. If you want to be, very confident, visualize yourself as a very confident person. If you want to become healthy, if you're suffering from any ailment and you want to get healthy again, then visualize yourself as if, you have become healthy again and everyone is asking you, how did you do it? How did you do it? This is phenomenal. This is fantastic. So again, visualization में details की बहुत importance होती है. आप सिर्फ एक चीज़ नहीं विजुलाइज कर सकते कि आपने अपने आप को खड़े होकर विजुलाइज कर लिया कि अरे मैं ठीक हो गई. नो, यू हैव टू विजुलाइज द कंप्लीट scenes as if they are scenes from a movie with all the details, that you are standing in your house, who else is there along with you, somebody has come to meet you and they are telling you that how beautiful you look, how confident you are looking. If you want a छोटा सा example है, if you want a particular phone and you really want it, आपने वही मांगा है universe से, then you visualize as if you have that phone in your hand and you are speaking to somebody else on the phone and everyone is looking at you and saying, wow, she has such a nice phone with her. So you have to be very detailed while you are visualizing. And the last thing that you can do to support yourself in this manifestation process is that design affirmations. Now affirmations are small sentences or commands that you give to your subconscious mind. Affirmations जब आप repeat करते हैं, then they bypass the critical conscious mind layer and they directly go to the subconscious. So technically, if you think of your mind is made up of 2 parts. One is the conscious mind, जो बाहर की side होता है, and then is your subconscious mind, which is inside. So conscious mind is the layer which is above your subconscious mind. Though conscious mind is only 10%, subconscious mind is 90%. Main subconscious mind है, but conscious mind उसके ऊपर है. तो आपको अगर कुछ भी करवाना है अपनी लाइफ में, यू हैव टू गो टू योर सबकॉन्शियस माइंड. कॉन्शियस माइंड से आप नहीं करवा सकते वो चीज़ मैनिफेस्ट. सो एफर्मेशंस जो होते हैं, अगर आप उनको रिपीट करते रहेंगे बार बार एवरी डे, लाइक अ मंत्रा, इफ़ यू जस्ट कीप ऑन रिपीटिंग देम थ्रू आउट द डे इन योर माइंड एंड यू डू इट रेगुलरली एवरी डे, then eventually they cross this conscious mind ki layer and they go to your subconscious mind, and they also support in your manifestation process. So affirmations, how to design the affirmations is that suppose you are not well, you are suffering from something and you want to design an affirmation. Suppose your what should I say, suppose your liver is not fine, you have some disease in your liver. So the way you will design your affirmation is, it feels great to have a healthy liver. I'm thankful to have a healthy liver. Okay, I'm thankful for a healthy kidney. I'm thankful for my healing. I'm very grateful that I have got healed completely. I'm grateful for 50% salary jump that I've got. I'm thankful. It feels great to earn 50% more salary or 20% more salary. So things like that. I feel great for a loving partner. It feels wonderful to be in a loving relationship. Okay, these are the kind of ways in which you can design your affirmations. So affirmations भी वैसे होने चाहिए as if it has already happened. Visualization and affirmations, both of these have to be in a way that they have already happened. Whatever you wanted has already happened. Okay, so these are some of the ways. Now there is something called subliminal programming. I am not sure if any one of you have heard about subliminal programming. Now subliminal programming again is the programming of your subconscious mind, and it is done through affirmations, but how it is done is a bit different. So affirmations, जैसा मैंने बोला, that you design these affirmations and you keep repeating them to yourself. One way is by saying and another way is by writing. तो आप लिख भी सकते हो 21 times every day. You can write these affirmations, and while writing these affirmations you can also visualize that it has already happened. Now what is subliminal programming? Subliminal programming में क्या होता है? There is music and these affirmations are hidden inside the music, so you can't hear them with your ears. Okay, this is a trick that is used by a lot of ad companies. Okay, a lot of marketing ads जो आप देखते हैं टीवी पे, या मूवीज के जो सॉन्ग्स रिलीज होते हैं उनमें subliminal programming की जाती है, so that you go back again and again to watch that movie or that ad, or you go back and buy that product again and again. So those are the kind of affirmations that these product companies they design. They have music which is the front layer, but inside the music these affirmations are there. So उससे क्या होता है कि conscious mind जब music सुनने में engage हो जाता है, धीरे से these affirmations slip into your subconscious mind and directly go to your subconscious mind. So using subliminal programming, they make your conscious mind busy with the music, and the affirmations slowly, they slip into your subconscious mind directly, and that is how they make the manifestation happen. So in their case it is like, these people watch our ad and they come and buy our product. They may have affirmations like, I love this product, it's so good, I want to buy this again and again, I'm buying this again and again, I'm just loving this product, I'm just loving this movie, I want to watch it again, I'm going to watch it again. Things like that they have in their marketing ads. So these are some of the steps using which you can create the life of your dreams. The first one is remove the emotional baggage. It's the most important stuff. I think it is 80% of the total law of attraction procedure. So the first step is release the clutter, release the emotional baggage, remove the fear and doubts, and the second thing is after that, start thinking consciously. Think only what you want. Cancel and delete all the negative thoughts which are stopping you or blocking you from moving ahead. There are different techniques that I talked about how to do that very quickly or instantly. The third one is decide after prioritizing which one you want to manifest right now. Once you decide, the next step is you ask the universe. You can ask the universe through various ways. अगर आपको किसी कंपनी में जॉब चाहिए, आप अपने आप उसका एक ऑफर लेटर बना के अपने सामने अपनी वर्क डेस्क पे रख लो अपने नाम से, that dear so and so, we are pleased to offer you the position of this at this salary. Give a date to that offer letter, place it on your workstation, so that you are able to see it all the time while you are working. So those messages keep going to your subconscious mind, and they attract. These messages help your subconscious mind attract that offer from that company. After that, you have to visualize as if it has already happened. So spend time around 5 to 10 minutes every day just visualizing, that it has already happened. You are already working in that organization and you are at a very good position. After that, you believe that it is going to happen. It is you have to have that faith in the universe that it is going to happen for you. After that, you can design your affirmations. You can write these affirmations daily 21 times, or you can just keep repeating these affirmations to yourself, or you can ask someone to do a subliminal programming. Again, please go to an expert who knows all these things. Please don't go to every Tom, Dick and Harry in the market that आप हमारे लिए subliminal programming कर दो या आप हमारा सेशन कर दो जिससे हमारे ये इमोशनल बैगेजेस रिलीज हो जाए. प्लीज़ seek professional help, go to professionals, and if you think I can help you, then you can always contact me. Mindspring, the page on which you are watching this FB live is my page, so you can inbox me on Mindspring. You can get in touch with me. I will be more than happy to help you. I guess that's it from my side. Are there any questions that you want to ask on law of attraction? Then please ask me. Does anyone have any questions on law of attraction or law of manifestation? And please ask me. Kanupriya, yes, I am a Reiki healer and I have a Reiki Grandmaster. So Mindspring is an alternate healing center, and I've got different consultants for all the different modalities. So I really don't believe in being the jack of all trades and master of none. So I call myself as a life coach and a clinical hypnotherapist, but I do have Reiki Grandmaster who is associated with me. How to control the fear? So Mithika, you need to go back to the root cause of why that fear is there in the first place. Once you know the root cause, so when we talk of the root cause, there are two things that can happen. One is that you know what is the root cause of your fear. The other thing is that you don't know what the root cause is and you just have this fear. So in both the cases, you need to go take a deep dive, dig into your mind and find out that what is the root cause. And once the root cause is there, it is very important to reprogram your subconscious mind to help you get rid of that fear. Okay, so for that you can contact for people like me who can help you go back into that time where the fear first started and then reprogram your mind to help you get rid of that fear. That's very important. How to manifest good health? Kanupriya, it is the same steps that you will follow. One thing about health that I would like to mention here is that all the diseases that are happening in our body, they always have an emotional root cause. Okay, so I have done sessions, FB live sessions on diseases and disorders. Kanupriya, you may want to go back and have a look at them, wherein I have discussed all the diseases alphabetically and what are the root causes for these diseases. So emotional reasons for these diseases. So all the diseases have an emotional reason. So you need to introspect a bit in your life and find out what emotional reasons can be for this particular ailment, in your body, how it happened. First, again, fix that root cause. जो emotional reason था उसको आप fix करिए. After you are able to fix that, then you can follow these same steps that I talked about and you will be able to do it. So first step in manifesting good health is fix that emotional root cause. After that, you go on and then start thinking consciously. Kanupriya, you can like my page, which is the Mindspring. It's on Facebook. if you just do www.facebook.com/themindspring, this is my page. Here you can see our live videos, or you can send a message to me, inbox me on this page. I will share the link to these videos with you. So affirmations for good health will be the same that I told you, that I am grateful for being so healthy. I feel great that I am in shape and I'm healthy. I'm thankful for having the best health. Those. How to control the fear of losing a dear one. Sonika, how to control the fear of losing a dear one? The way you can control the fear is, first of all, you need to understand where the fear is coming from. Why do you have that fear? Is that, you're welcome Kanupriya. So is that because you have lost someone in this life? Or it can also be a learned fear that you have seen others who have lost someone dear to them and they suffered mentally or emotionally because of that. So once you know that, then there are various types of meditation or therapies, hypnotherapy sessions also, which can help you release that fear of losing a dear one. Any other questions? Any more questions from anyone else? Alright, well, if there are no more questions, please give a thumbs up to this video and please share it with your friends so that everyone can get the benefit out of this Facebook live session, and like and follow my page. You can also join my group, which is called Wellness Vibes. That is also on Facebook, in which it's a private group, and in this group we keep sharing a lot of useful tips and information regarding wellness of the body, mind and soul. So I repeat, the name of the group is Wellness Vibes, WELLNESS, Wellness space Vibes, VIBES. Please join this group and like and follow my page, and also share this Facebook live sessions with your friends and family to also help them to get benefit out of this key to unlock the law of attraction. Thank you so much for joining, and I'll see you once again next week with another useful and exciting session. Until then, please take care of yourselves and stay safe. Bye-bye.